Have you ever wondered how Europe and Africa first connected? The story is fascinating and crucial for understanding history. Before colonization, European contact with Africa was mainly coastal. Three groups significantly influenced this interaction: traders, explorers, and missionaries. Let's dive into their stories. First, let's look at traders. In the mid-15th century, they were the most influential group. Motivated by economic profit, they sought gold, spices, and slaves. The Portuguese led early efforts under Prince Henry the Navigator. They sailed along the West African coast, establishing trading posts, or feitorias, beginning with Elmina in 1482. Initially, trade was peaceful. Europeans exchanged textiles and metal goods for gold and ivory from African kingdoms like Benin and Congo. These powerful kingdoms controlled the transactional terms, ensuring mutual benefit. However, by 1650, things changed. The demand for labor in the Americas skyrocketed, leading to the horrific slave trade. Millions were captured and transported across the Atlantic in brutal conditions. Chartered companies emerged, such as the British Royal African Company, formed in 1672. They monopolized trade, building forts that became centers of the slave trade, heavily impacting coastal economies and devastating inland societies. This trade introduced firearms and shifted wealth dynamics, entrenching a brutal new commodity system. Now, let's explore the role of explorers. In the late 18th to mid-19th centuries, European explorers aimed to gather geographical knowledge. They sought the sources of major rivers and identified resources for future commerce. Mungo Park, for example, was sent by the British African Association in 1771 to trace the Niger River. His discoveries captivated Europeans and reshaped perceptions. René Caillié made history by disguising as an Arab and returning alive from Timbuktu in 1828. Meanwhile, David Livingstone, both an explorer and missionary, crossed the Kalahari and discovered Victoria Falls. His goal was to map the continent and promote legitimate trade instead of the slave trade. Maps created during this era significantly increased European interest in Africa. Myths of empty, uncivilized lands fueled future colonial ambitions. Each explorer's journey added to a growing understanding, often justifying later colonization. Lastly, we shift to missionaries. Their work in Africa expanded greatly in the 19th century, but began even earlier with Catholic missions. These missionaries aimed to convert Africans to Christianity, often while opposing the slave trade. This included efforts like those from Portuguese missionaries in Congo. The Protestant movement surged in the 19th century, with many societies sending missionaries dedicated to education and conversion. David Livingstone famously captured this spirit with his slogan, "Christianity, Commerce, and Civilization." He, along with others, established churches and schools, creating the first Western-educated African elites. However, tensions arose as missionaries often clashed with traditional African beliefs. They condemned local religions and rituals, leading to conflicts with community leaders. The impact was significant. Missionaries helped create educated leaders who later led independence movements while undermining local cultures. In summary, early European contact with Africa was primarily coastal and non-colonial. Traders profited from resources, explorers mapped the interior, and missionaries spread Christianity and education. Together, they changed African societies and laid the groundwork for future colonial conquests. Remember, these interactions set a complex stage that shaped both continents. Understanding this history highlights the deep ramifications of these early contacts. If you enjoyed learning about this topic, like and subscribe for more educational content. What aspects of African history interest you most? Share your thoughts in the comments.